Retail Wrap 11, legs 11. Here we are. Thanks everyone for watching the video so far. Today we've got some cool stuff in store, so let's get straight into it. Hey, Alexa, tell me about voice-activated grocery shopping.
With voice-activated shopping, customers can order groceries with voice commands through smart home assistants, like me. I'm smart.
Thanks for that, Alexa. Voice-activated shopping has been around for quite some time now, so it's not a new thing. Woolworths were the first to put this in Australia in 2017 when they added voice activation to their grocery online shopping. Consumers are able to speak to their Google Home unit to add shopping items to their online shopping. So something like you've run out of water, so you go, hey Google, can you add some water to my Woolworths shopping app? But the customer still needs to then go to the online shopping platform and make the final transaction for the purchase. So I think there's a little bit of a disjointed step there. If you want to use voice activation, you probably want to let it go the whole way through to the process. And I don't know how successful that has been for them, considering just recently Woolworths has been giving out the small Google Home Minis, and I'm assuming this is to try and get a little bit more interaction with their voice activation service. But you really do have to ask, how likely is it that customers are going to speak to their voice assistant? By the end of 2018, 29% of the adult Australian population had adopted a smart speaker, 3% higher than our American counterparts. Google Home accounts for 68% of the market share, well ahead of Amazon's Echo's 14% in Australia. But what are we actually using this for? In the US, smart speakers are used predominantly to stream music, get the weather, tell a bad joke, and ask general questions. And let's just see if the jokes are getting better day by day. Hey, Alexa, tell us a joke.
I took the shell off my racing snail to make him faster, but now he's more sluggish.
Only 26% of people are using smart speakers to add to their shopping list, and only 10% of them are using devices to actually order an item. Historically, people are fairly disinterested in using voice recognition. Deloitte reports that most people don't use their device's digital voice assistant. Sorry, Siri.
This conversation can serve no purpose anymore.
Considering that smart speakers are in their very early stages of adoption, it really goes to show that for things to be adopted and become mainstream, they really need to be really easy to use. Let's face it, we've all been in that situation where you've gone, hey Siri, can you call Barbara? And she calls Bilbo.
Can I help you?
Bilbo. We all know that everyone seems to be listening to every single thing that's been said. You've been at a party and you've talked about mountain bikes, and all of a sudden I start getting ads for mountain bikes. No coincidence there. Let's face it, we all understand that smart speakers have a long way to go. It's scary to think that Amazon have just come to the market saying that they have teams of people that listen to idle Amazon Alexas. And I'm sure it's all for a good cause. Recently, a judge in New Hampshire has ordered Amazon to hand over the listening that they've got for a murder case in the US. But the reality is, voice recognition, digital assistants, smart speakers, call them what you want, they've got a long way to go before adoption comes. Dietary requirements made easier. Continuing on with their commitment to ramping up their digital offer, Woolworths have also announced they are partnering up with a UK tech startup called Spoon Guru. Spoon Guru is an end-to-end solution that combines AI and machine learning to collate all the information to help a consumer's purchase. Whether they're gluten-free, lactose intolerant, or they just don't like strawberries, you can put that all into the system and you can get advice from Spoon Guru. Their proprietary tags platform works by analysing every nutritional value and every single ingredient, allowing it to tag dietary requirements to each and every product that you order. Consumers then select their specific dietary requirements in the filters, and Spoon Guru's algorithms go to work to display the products that suit their needs. Woolworths has started rolling out the Spoon Guru on its online site in May, and it now has 30,000 products that can be included in customised daily filters. Now, I'm calling that out. They don't have 30,000 products online. They got about 21,000. So I'm assuming someone just can't add up. This is fantastic technology. They have been around for a while. So it's interesting to see how they're starting to become used, especially with the AI and the self-learning as well, the AI. It's a very interesting thing. So we'll be watching this with a close eye. That's actually pretty funny, Ty. This is no doubt a positive way that we can use technology. If it helps the consumer, you know, if there's consumers' dietary needs, so many consumers out there have a dietary needs these days. Just recently got back from a visit to the States. We were out to dinner. There were 16 of us, and the waitress was like, "Oh, is there any dietary requirements?" And there was not one. She was flabbergasted. It just goes to show they breed them pretty tough in Australia. It has been revealed that we could be consuming 2,000 pieces of plastic each and every week. That's the equivalent of eating 5 grams a week, and 5 grams is approximately a credit card. Now, we all can't imagine eating this, can we?
My name is Kaylin. I'm 18 years old. I live in Sacramento, California, and I'm addicted to eating plastic.
Hey, Woolworths, do you think we should add plastic to one of the dietary requirements filters? A study by the University of Newcastle suggests we are consuming most of this plastic through our drinking water. We did a story a couple of episodes ago about that whale and how much plastic it actually consumed by just cruising around the ocean. The scary part of that is 1/3 of our plastic waste goes to a natural habitat, whether that be in the ocean or on land. You know, that's a disgraceful statistic. And in this day and age, we should be really working hard on how we can pull that back to acceptable levels where there's none going into wildlife. You could be forgiven that the whole retail world is coming to an end because everyone's buying everything online. Not exactly, and especially not the case in Australia. A few studies are showing that Australia appears to be bucking the trend in regards to online purchases, with 89% of respondents preferring to shop in-store for food and groceries, with consumers in other countries shifting towards online options across every category. Consumers are telling us that they are seeking memorable, pleasurable, physical interactions with their retail shopping experience. They want a tactile experience and the ability to ask questions and actually speak to real people. Who would have thought? But that's not to say they aren't researching their purchasing online before or even during their in-store shopping experience. 6 in 10 Australians are using their phones while shopping in store. 74% of admitting to looking for a better deal. 35% looking for ways to reduce prices through their discount vouchers or offers. 34% doing product research, and 30% seeking peer validation. The reality is we need an omni-channel strategy. We understand that if our customer wants to purchase something at home because they can't be bothered going out to the house, no problem, we can be there. But if they do want to come into our store, we need to make sure that the shopping experience is pleasurable by giving them things that they can't get from shopping online. And at this stage in our life, and for at least the next 5 years, we're going to be able to deliver that. Hence why we need to be adapting and building supermarkets and building experiences that our customers want. So the cost of delivery is exceptionally high in Australia. I had a chat with some people that are doing business in China, and they say it costs for a 1 kilo parcel to get 1,000 kilometres, it costs 80 cents. That would cost over $20 here in Australia. So the cost of delivery is our highest expense where we were talking about getting groceries to the consumer. Americans are trying to work really hard on this last mile process, and there's no doubt the person to figure out the last mile is definitely going to win. There you have it, retail wrap number 11 done and dusted. If you like what you're seeing, make sure that you share it and comment, and don't forget to follow. And we also have a YouTube channel that we're starting to push a little bit, so if you want to get these and you're not on LinkedIn and you've got someone that isn't on LinkedIn, happy to put it on YouTube. And we're going to continue to put more fantastic footage out. Plastic as food. Oh, you know how that, no, the whale? No, all right. If people want to not drink alcohol for a month, good on them. It's not me. And it's up to us to be the Alice in Wonderland in this production. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't heard that reference.
That is gold. That is gold, that reference. If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you. We create the road. That's Alice in Wonderland, isn't it?
Yellow Brick Road is Wizard of Oz.
Oh, it's the wrong movie. It's the same thing.